Rolling. Rolling.
Hello and welcome to another episode of IR Studio. And today we have Nandini Taneja, VP Reach Group. Hello Nandini.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
So Nandini, tell us how is Three Roads doing right now?
So, Three Roads was conceptualized as a neighborhood complex situated in Sector 70 Gurgaon. And our intent was to create a market which is a go-to market for all the residents and the catchment that's around. And we try to put together and curate experiences and rather brands which pull the customer for something every day.
Right.
So yes, it's doing very well. We've got recently we added brands like Zudio, Starbucks. There's a kids play area called Kids and Clap. There is Chroma already existing. There's a McDonald's drive-through which is there. There is Look Salon. Overall, if you see, it's got a great mix of utilities, fashion, your kids areas. There are bars that are operating out of there. So it's got a great proposition put together. Also, if you see Sector 70 as a catchment is growing because of the corporate demand.
Yes.
There are a lot of new campuses that have come up there. There's Amex campus that's gotten operational. There's a Genpact there. And our project actually also is a mixed-use development. So we've got an office tower sitting right above the retail center, which offers unique offices for people who are looking at, let's say, work near home advantages, right? So we've got smaller offices that are operating out of that.
Right.
And so all in all, it kind of offers, a sustainable center which kind of complements the retail and office and the residential around.
So it has been like 2 years. Three Roads came.
3 years actually.
3 years actually.
Of course, we did see, COVID happening.
Yes.
And that's why. But yes, this is the third year running.
Yeah.
And a center definitely sometimes takes time to stabilize, to get the right occupancy in.
So how has been the growth? Highlighting the achievements and
So I
other
would say
things.
it's been a learning experience, and I've been in the retail industry for over 18 years, and have leased a lot of large developments, but this one particularly has been a benchmark on its own. So a lot of learnings. We localized it to the extent that we kind of identified brands which are popular in the catchment. We put them in the center by creating the right experience for the customer. So while the brand was known, but maybe didn't have the right element of experience, right?
Right.
So we kind of localized it to that level, but also added a lot of experience to it,
Right.
so that the customers are happy coming in. And not just that, because COVID happened, people were still coming out of their houses. We kind of created experiences which people were intrigued to attend. So starting with small music shows to a farmer's market, a flea market that happens regularly, kids entertainment, movie screening.
Right.
We hosted an event called Carnival, which was like a feel of Brazil, with all the carnival and the fiesta happening, which was a great event that happened, and we had almost 10,000 people each day attending it. Now the centers reached a level where our footfall have actually touched 14,000 people on weekends, which is a great number considering it's a high street development.
Right. So let's talk about consumer experience and changing consumer behavior
Yes.
from your mall point of view.
Sure. So in fact, this was our discussion today at the session as well.
Yes.
And one of the things that I highlighted is that no matter how the development is, if it's a market, if it's a mall, independent store, the only thing which has to evolve and add value is the experience to it. The customer wants the right experience to come.
Right.
From the time the customer enters the development till the time the person leaves the center, everything is important, be it the services, the toilets, the lifts,
Absolutely.
the common corridors, the service areas, so much so that we get into the nitty-gritties of all the F&B brands, how they're using their service corridors as well. So I think every corner of the center has to offer the right experience. Not just that, but also the storefronts. So So the retailers that have come in there, we ensure that their design parameters, their shop fronts are more welcoming. It's giving a more vibrant and a welcoming feel
Right.
to the customers, and I think this is one thing which will keep evolving over the years.
Right. So how many stores do you have right now?
So right now the center is about 2.5 lakh square feet, out of which 2 lakh is retail and 50,000 is the office tower. We've got close to about 85 doors which are operational, and this is a mix of, like I said, utilities, of course, beauty, healthcare, fashion. Zudio, of course, opened recently. Electronics, we got Chroma, cafes. We also have a lot of good dine-in options that are available there, where people are comfortable even bringing their kids and not just, going out with their friends. Banks, of course, again add as an essential element to the neighborhood as well.
Any new brands which you are planning to bring open soon?
There are a lot of brands under fit-outs right now.
Okay.
So I think we will be
You can break some store names right now. You can break that. Yeah.
I think we will refrain that, let them open.
Okay.
Whatever limited space we have right now, because the center's already touched about 80% occupancy. And so we've got limited stores available. We're trying to create, but yes, I can tell you one of the stores that we looked out, and it's a great brand on a high street which is doing great numbers, Red Tape. We got them to the center. Like I said, the idea is to identify brands that are performing on independent high streets, but for them it's also a question of coming into an organized development, and they have their own sort of questions of how the CAM will be charged, because they're operating in a
mall for the first time.
Exactly. So we identified such brands as well, and so Red Tape, of course, is fitting out at this point. We've got a couple of restaurants, one of them being an all-day dining called Neighborhood Cafe itself, which is fitting out. We've got another bar and brewery that's right now opening. So a kids play area which is already existing, but they're scaling up now, looking at the demand.
How much space is allocated to FEC segment?
So we had actually allocated about a carpet area of 6,000 square feet. Having said that, we thought of doing that in phases. So initially we gave them about 4,000 square feet, which is a soft play zone which caters to age group of 1 to 8. But now looking at the demand, they're kind of increasing that area to gaming, which will cater to like an 8 to 12 sort of. So since you asked about the area, because it's only a 2 lakh square feet of a center, we've actually given optimized area to every category and brand. We want to incorporate and accommodate all categories. Having said that, we also want to achieve the right trading density for a category. So
Right.
we've kept the size very optimized for every category that we've gotten.
So which is the best performing categories at this moment in the mall?
At this moment, of course, if you look at utilities, supermarket Sodhi's does great numbers. Zudio has been I think a revolution rather.
Zudio is doing everywhere.
Absolutely, and we're amazed to see the kind of following the brand has. And not just that, but they also launched a brand called Misboo, which is the first exclusive store they opened in North India with us.
Okay.
And that's their beauty format, a value beauty format, which is actually, catching great eyeballs, and that's also performing very well. Chroma, F&B continues to do well. I think F&B is kind of really taken a large share in all retail centers considering the demand, and when people look at entertainment as an option or going out as an option, F&B is one thing that comes to everyone's mind first. So we have something called Soul Bar and Brewery, and the kind of events that they hold, from a comedy night to a Qawwali session to performers, dancers, that attracts footfall from all over Gurgaon, not just the immediate catchment.
Right.
So yes,
So tell us about your expansion plans. Any upcoming projects in?
we are. So of course you know that we've got another established center called Arya Mall, which
Yes.
is by Reach and Lakeshore.
Yes.
Part of that development, we are also expanding into phase 2 of the mall, which is at a planning stage right now.
Okay.
We will have a few more launches coming up, which are again at a
I get it,
finalization stage,
Yes.
and we should be announcing that soon. But yes, there are some more projects.
So which areas are you focusing? Like, is it Delhi NCR or somewhere outside Delhi?
So NCR pretty much. NCR has a lot of potential.
Right.
The fact is today there is a lot of supply, but it's it's a thing to see what is good supply and which are the developers who are seriously creating such assets. So NCR definitely has a lot of potential. Dwarka Expressway, we've all been reading up.
Yes.
That's one area that we're looking at. Again, SPR in Sona Road has been the highlight.
It's highlight, yeah.
So maybe some more developments there. And so yeah, that's the focus area.
So how is the leasing trend going on at this moment after the COVID thing?
Sure.
Is it the same or has it changed? What are your views on that?
So leasing, over the years has changed a lot because in the earlier days it was pretty much kind of consolidated between a few groups, right? Of course, you still have your Reliance which own the maximum portfolio today. But at the same time, there are a lot of independent brands that have really emerged. There are a lot of D2C brands that have come up, that have emerged, right? So while we continue dealing with, the likes of Arvind, Madhura, the Tata Group brands, Reliance, there are a lot of independent brands which are also regional,
Right.
and they scale up. And also in the F&B space, right? You don't have too many F&B national players as such. So you more have regional players, and they scale up. So leasing is something which is project specific. We first identify what is our market. Having said that, it's also to understand what is their spending power. So if the catchment demands value, we should give them value. It's our aspiration to have a premium or a bridge or a luxury center, but we got to really understand what the catchment demands today. If the catchment demands value, I think it's best to identify which are the brands in each category that offer that value to the customers.
Right.
And end of the day, every center has a life and you have to upgrade it also. So you look at the current demand, you look at the current situation. And slowly and steadily, if you're constantly monitoring every brand and every performance, the center performance, the trading densities, there is an aspirational list that you can have ready and keep upgrading the center as it comes. So that's how I think leasing, and I've been a leasing professional for so many years, and I was with Cushman & Wakefield for 11 years before I joined Reach, and I've been here over 5 years now. So I think it's only right to say that there is no right formula of leasing today. It's very localized and customized, and we've got to understand the essence and the catchment and what they really demand today.
Thank you very much, Nandini, for your time. It was
Thank
lovely
you.
talking to you.
Thank you. Same here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, same here.
All right.
Nandini, don't. Just wait for a second. Look into this camera.
Okay.
And you tell your name, designation, and
Okay.
you say, watch out for my interview on indiaretailing.com
Okay.
next week.
Okay.
And then take a pause and share your experience at PRC.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Sure.
Okay. Look in this camera.
Hi, I'm Nandini Taneja, and I'm the Vice President at Reach Group. PRC this time is, I think they've really put a great platform together. Every year it gets better, but I think this time it's, the way they've curated all the developers to come together, the kind of discussions and the content that's put together. I've personally really liked it, and watch out for our interview on India Retailing next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandini.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's
All right. All done?
all done.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.